Hi and welcome back to the channel. Bayern Munich hosted Barcelona in a Champions League game, and this time instead of making a tactical analysis, since there's already tons of tactical analysis on this game out, I thought it would be excellent to actually see what was going wrong and what we did wrong in this game, because from the right off the bat it doesn't seem as though Barcelona did a whole lot wrong, but there was actually a lot more wrong that we would notice. Before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also give this video a like, and also drop a comment down below. Please don't forget to like my Facebook page. A link will be down in the description. So let's get right into the video. There was a big disconnection in midfield for FC Barcelona, with the distance being too much between Gavi, Pedri and Sergio Busquets, and also with the emphasis of Sergio Busquets being marked by Bayern Munich didn't help either. Xavi wanted Gavi and Pedri high to limit Kimmich and Zabitzer from being involved in the press, but that created acres of space next to Sergio Busquets, and that meant that if Bayern Munich could get the ball into those regions, the forwards would drop, and that meant that Barcelona's fullback and centre back would have to push up, in turn creating a lot of space in behind them. But luckily Bayern didn't capitalize on this. In Bayern Munich's build-up phase, they did build up with a back three, which in turn allowed Alphonso Davies to get up high to the pitch. We often did see Thomas Müller move over into the left half space in order to keep Bayern's front five alive. Now in the high press, Barcelona did try to press really narrow in order to keep track on Bayern Munich's players. Bayern had their double pivot playing next to the midfield of Barcelona, which means at many times Barcelona's midfield didn't pick up anybody. So the ball would try to be played into those players in order to get Barcelona upfield. Therefore, that meant that Rafinha or Dembele had to pick up one of these players in order to even things out. And they played really narrow, and then the ball to the right hand side left Sané in acres of space. In my opinion, Barcelona defended way too narrow as well in order to close down space for Bayern Munich. They did Bayern a favor by doing this, which meant that if Bayern had the ball, Bayern could only do one pass and eliminate like two players with one pass. And this is the disadvantage of playing narrow. You will allow yourself to be stretched as well. We see this in Sané's goal. Being so narrow, Pedri and Dembele actually goes for the same player, and one pass eliminates them both. Now the ball go in to Jamal Musiala, and now nobody's in front of them to actually counter this. They both go, and I actually count 6 players within a space of like 10 meters. That is how narrow Barcelona actually played. Now look at the other side there. Sadio Mane is totally open, and these two players can both run through the middle of the centre backs in order to go and score their goal. Now this is a tragedy that happened, and of course it's going to happen because the game was really open, it was really narrow, it was really back and forth. But this is the small type of details that makes a whole difference in a game. Let's talk about some individual performances, starting with Pedri. Pedri was really sensational on the ball, and he was great at keeping the ball sometimes a little bit too long. And also the finishing has really, how can I say now, discarded him from having a great performance as well. But he can improve. Marcos Alonso actually is only known for playing in a back three where he's actually a wing back. He's not an orthodox fullback. But he will definitely have to improve being so slow on the break, getting back to defend his position. But I can only see that he can get better forward from this. Now let's talk about somebody very controversial in Ferran Torres. I could actually see why Ferran Torres was going to be subbed on, because he's more an inverted fullback, right? Inverted winger, excuse me. So that meant that Xavi wanted to get our left back, which was Marcos Alonso, forward, and that actually wanted to pin back Sané. Robert Lewandowski, also another person that will feel really disappointed with his performance, because he could have easily got Barcelona 3-0 up by half time. But this is how it is. You win some, you lose some. But these players could have really made a difference that we've noticed. Also talking about Xavi has made some really controversial calls according to various fans all over the world. But Xavi is also a young coach, and we need to remember that he's also still learning. But what we have definitely seen is some great improvement made by Barcelona. So we as fans just need to be patient. However, I also wanted to look at how should we have played and what should we have done in this game, because I feel like we have abandoned some of our principles as well. We are so used to that Bayern Munich actually plays with 4-2-2-2, but even they turned to a 4-2-3-1 in order to even things up in midfield. Now I feel like Barcelona should definitely have tried the inverted wingers in order to allow our fullbacks to venture forward a little bit more. This is also to get numerical advantage, but that would leave us questions in defense. But only having one fullback going forward was also the answer, and we still would have had 5 players in midfield. Now pressing forward, Sergio Busquets was definitely marked. He was marked by Bayern Munich, and then we should definitely have had a double pivot, and that's why I think that Frenkie de Jong should have probably started this game as well. Dembele should have definitely been the one who should have had inverted, and that would have left space for Marcos Alonso to exploit down the left hand side as well. But this could even be undesired, as that would have left Sane to come backward and then pins back some Bayern Munich players as well. They would have left them only 2 players up front, and we have 3 centre backs. And I understand that Xavi wanted to play front foot football, therefore he could have even had Marc-Andre ter Stegen to be involved in this build-up in order to totally outnumber Bayern Munich in various regions of the game. The free aides would have held the double pivot of Bayern in check because they couldn't venture forward. That would have left them to only play really narrow in order to keep track with Barcelona. But overall, it was a great game for Barcelona to test where they are, and it was basically a lot of faults, a lot of flawless playing from Barcelona, which ends up us being like second in the group, and we still have a lot to prove against Inter Milan. 2 games. If we win the 2 games against Inter Milan, we will probably be through, because Inter Milan have to play Bayern again, and then we actually have Victoria Pilsen again. But that will be all from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe to the channel because it's going to help us a lot. And please don't forget to go to my Facebook or to my community post where I want to talk to you guys about the game and see what are your comments as well. That video will actually drop tomorrow and we will check out some comments. That's all from my side today. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for always commenting on the videos. Goodbye. Have a nice night.